guys, I really did not expect to be doing this video, but here I am doing the video. So, the World Series starts literally in like an hour and 8 minutes, and I'm doing the preview now. So which means that the preview is probably going to be up around the time that game one starts in Toronto. So, I'm going to try to do my preview not too fast, but not like horribly slow either. So, this is the first time that the Jays are in the World Series in 32 years. This is like their first appearance since 1993, and in 1993 the Jays won the World Series. So, we're going to try to repeat that this year, which I'm really hoping so. I'm not really expecting it. I don't think anybody is, as a Jays fan, but I mean, obviously we're all hoping, because again, the Jays made it here too. It's not just the LA Dodgers that made it here, but anyways, the season series, I don't know if I updated this. I don't know if I actually updated this on my end. But I know that Toronto has home field because I think they had one more win than the Dodgers. So that's why Toronto has home field in this series again. So this is literally the third straight time that the Jays have home field in the playoffs, which is great. Which is obviously really important, right? Because honestly the Jays have been pretty good at the Rogers Center. So that being said, I do think that they have the edge. It's just the thing I hate is like the 3 games in LA. 3, 4, 5. You gotta win at least one, but if you lose 2 of 3, it's not obviously a good look. Not a good look. It's just not good, right? But yeah. So the Dodgers' last game was on Friday, October 17th, where they swept the Brewers 5-1. That was their last game and their last win, obviously. And the Blue Jays, they last won on Monday, which was October 20th, Game 7 in the ALCS. So obviously they've had a week off for the Dodgers, and the Jays have about 5 days or 4 days off. So obviously more rest for LA, so they obviously have more rest. The season series, which obviously doesn't really matter now. I hope I got this right. The season series went 2-1 for LA, so Toronto won Game 1 5-4. LA won Game 2 9-1, LA won Game 3 5-1. So 9-1, 5-1, and then the Jays only won 5-4. So it was obviously a really close game when the Jays won, and then when the Dodgers won, it was like a blowout. So that sucks. Bo Bichette is in the lineup, so he is back. So this is going to be huge for the Jays. Obviously, I don't expect him to play typically as Bo does, because he's still injured. He hasn't played for a while. But of course, he's been practicing and all that, so I'm hoping he's as good as he was when he got out. But is it likely? Probably not, because he was out for like, what, a month or 2? So I really don't expect him to just be back and then be amazing right off the bat, but we'll see. So previous series for both teams, I'm not going to go over this too much, but LA basically swept the wildcard series. They won Game 1 10-5, and then they won Game 2 8-4. They swept the wildcard series 2-0 easily, no issues there. NLDS, that was the best 3 out of 5, so the Dodgers won in 4 games. So they won Game 1 5-3, they won Game 2 4-3, they lost Game 3 8-2, and then they won Game 4 2-1. So a pretty close game. Game 4, it could have gone either way. Like it could have been tied, and then it could have gone to a Game 5, but LA ends up taking it 2-1, which means LA takes the series 3-1. The NLCS, they won very, very convincingly. Not very convincingly, some of the scores were close, but I mean like convincingly in terms it was a sweep. Game 1 2-1 for LA. Game 2, Game 1 was 2-1 for LA. Game 2 was 5-1 for LA. Game 3, LA won 3-1, and Game 4, LA won 5-1. So LA won that series 4-0. So basically, LA is 9-1 in this postseason. They've only lost 1 game since they've started the playoffs, and the Jays are going to try to add 4 more to that. The Jays are going to try to add 4 more losses for the LA Dodgers, and we're going to really hope that happens. But am I looking forward to it? Like, of course, it's going to be a cool series. Like, I've never seen this before. So it'll be cool to see. It's just I really don't want to see them lose. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to see the Jays make it here and lose. Anyways, yeah, LA is 9-1 in this postseason. So the Toronto Blue Jays, they obviously won the division, so they were able to skip the wild card. So the ALDS, they were able to beat New York. Game 1 went 10-1 Toronto. Game 2, 13-7 Toronto. And then New York was able to come back from a 6-1 deficit or 6-0 deficit in Game 3 and the Yankees won 9-6 in Game 3. The Jays came right back to New York, winning 5-2, and they won the series 3-1 against New York. The ALCS, which was definitely an interesting series. The Jays go down 2-0 in the series early, and they come back. They come back and almost take a 3-2 series lead, but they don't. They go down 2-0 in the series. Jays win the next two. Seattle wins Game 5, and then you're kind of like, crap. Jays have to win Game 6 and 7 to advance. They do just that. Crazy. Game 1, the Mariners beat the Toronto Blue Jays 3-1 in Toronto. It wasn't pretty. It was just no offense. Offense was dead in that game. That's it. So a 3-1 loss. It was not looking good. Game 2, 3-0 Seattle early. Toronto ties at 3-3. Then Seattle scores 7 straight runs, and the Jays lose 10-3. Like, you're down 2-0 going to Seattle for a potential 3. It does not look good at all, and I was thinking Jays are done. Jays are cooked. They're done. They're out. Is what it is. Like, they're not going to win 4 games out of 5. They're not going to do that. They did just that. So Toronto wins Game 3 very, very, very convincingly, 13-4, and that was actually the margin of, like, Game 1 and 2 combined was 13-4 Seattle in 2 games. Then the Jays come back winning 13-4 in 1 game. Then the Jays win 8-2, so 2 dominant victories by like 9 runs, by 6 runs, like 2 dominant victories. They easily tied the series. In Game 5, they had a 2-1 lead in the 8th inning. Brendan Little came in and fucked everything up. Everyone was not happy about that. It doesn't matter. The Jays lose 6-2, and it's 3-2 Seattle going into Game 6 and 7 for Toronto that they have to win. Seattle with two chances to win 1 game. They don't do it. Toronto takes Game 6, 6-2 to force a Game 7 the next day in Toronto. Toronto's down 3-1 in the 7th inning. George Springer hits a 3-run shot to take the lead for the Jays. I was watching that live and I was like, because I was not expecting that. I was like, bro, just get a hit. There's 2nd and 3rd, 1 out. You need to get a hit here. Like, you need to cash in these 2 runs to tie the game. And then he's like, fuck that. I'm not trying to tie the game. I'm trying to take the lead, bro. And he does just that. It's 4-3 Jays in the 7th inning. And you're like, okay, now you gotta hold on for dear life because now you're up 4-3. In the 8th inning, the Jays almost take an extended lead. 1st and 3rd, nobody out, and you're like, this is going to be easy. All you do is get 1 hit, 1 run scores, you have a 2-run cushion. No. I forgot who was at bat, but he hits it right to first base. And obviously, the person at that time was, he was 1st and 3rd. So nobody out, 1st and 3rd, and then he hits it right to a person at first base. He catches it for 1 out, and then he hits first base for out number 2. Now it's 2 outs with a runner on 3rd. And you're kind of like, okay, a hit still gets him in. Of course, that doesn't happen. A ground ball, out. And then you get nothing from 1st and 3rd. And I was like, if that costs the Jays, I'm going to be pissed, bro. It does not. The Jays hang on for dear life. I think Hoffman got 3 strikeouts in the top of the 9th inning and ended the game 4-3. And Toronto are AL East champions, going to the World Series for the first time since 1993. The Dodgers, on the other hand, they made it to the World Series last year, and they also won last year. Now it's the Jays' turn. I'm just saying, now it's the Jays' turn, right? Like, you don't, come on, man. Like, now it's the Jays' turn. Come on. So Toronto is 7-4 this postseason, while LA is 9-1, like I told you. So again, only 1 loss, which was a pretty ugly loss. It was an 8-2 loss, the 1 loss they had, but again, 9 out of 10 they won. So that's what scares me. They only have 1 loss in like 10 games, and we're supposed to make them lose 4. I don't know, man. Not looking very likely, but I don't want to count the Jays out because each time I did, I was like, the Yankees are going to win the series. Like, okay, they won, cool. Seattle won the series. Nope, they haven't. And I'm saying, okay, well, LA will take the series. So I'm hoping that me doing it every single time, like, oh yeah, Yankees will win. The Jays hear me because I'm wearing their gear, and then they're going to say, oh, you know what, Damien, I'm going to prove you wrong. Please do. Please prove me wrong this time. Please do. It'd be electric to see how Toronto goes, even in my city, which is like an hour away. It would be great to see how the city and country reacts. It's been just great. Like, also, all Canada sports teams, like NHL and everything, have just been like talking about the Jays, and it's been so nice. It's been beautiful. I just don't want this to end. The game is now in 58 minutes, so I better hurry up with this preview. Anyways, didn't actually fill this up for the okay. It doesn't matter. Once again, Toronto has home field. Once again, Toronto was 1-2 in LA against the Dodgers this year. All three were in LA. Not that this matters, but Toronto outscored New York 34-19 in the ALDS. They won the game. They won the series 3-1. Toronto also outscored Seattle 37-30. So they obviously allowed 11 more runs, but they also scored 3 more than they did in the ALDS. So 37 runs scored in the ALCS, 34 in the ALDS. How many in the World Series? We're going to find out. But yeah, Toronto outscored Seattle 37-30. The LA Dodgers outscored Cincinnati 18-9 in the wild card, which was a sweep. Philadelphia actually outscored Los Angeles 15-13 in the NLDS, but the Dodgers still won 3-1. And then in the NLCS, the LA Dodgers outscored Milwaukee. Sorry, I was like, who was it again? I forgot to write it down. They outscored the Brewers 15-4. So 1 run in each game. Literally game 1, 1 run. Game 2, 1 run. Game 3, 1 run. Game 4, 1 run. That's it. And then they won the series 15-4 in terms of runs. So not looking too good. Anyways, Toronto at home this postseason so far is 4-2. Toronto on the road so far is 3-2 in the playoffs. LA at home is 5-1, and LA on the road is 4-0. So with that being said, the Jays are starting at home, so the Dodgers are starting on the road, obviously. These first two, either way, they're great. Like, their one loss, they did get at home, but on the road, they're a perfect 4-0. We're going to try to change that today, or tomorrow, or both. So we're gonna see what happens. Again, like, LA may have made their way here, but Toronto did the same thing, right? So it's like, I don't want to count them out, even though there is like a heavy favorite going into this series. But again, we do have Bo Bichette back. We still do have some hitters. They're obviously motivated. They haven't been here ever or in a long time. And yeah, so it'll be a good series. It'll be a great series. Going into some player stats, just going to go over some player stats, and that's basically it. I'll go for the Dodgers first. So for the postseason, Shohei Ohtani, which is the guy that Toronto wanted to sign, I think a year or two ago. They didn't. He chose LA. Now we have a chance to be like, oh, you know what? Fuck you, Ohtani. Anyways, he went 9 for 41 with 5 home runs and 9 RBIs in the playoffs so far. Teoscar Hernandez, a former Blue Jay, he went 11 for 41, so even better than Ohtani, with 4 home runs and 11 RBIs. Tommy Edman, he went 10 for 35 with 2 home runs and 6 RBIs. Freddie Freeman went 9 for 39. He had 1 home run and 1 RBI. Max Muncy, 6 for 28, 1 home run, 1 RBI. Mookie Betts, he's actually been pretty good as well, 12 for 41. No home runs, but 6 RBIs. Alex Cal, he's 3 for 4 with no home runs and no RBIs. Justin Dean, he is 0 for 0. Enrique Hernandez is 11 for 36 with 0 home runs but 4 runs batted in. For Andy Pajes, I believe his name is pronounced, he's 3 for 35, 1 RBI. Miguel Rojas, he's 3 for 8, 1 RBI. Ben Rortvedt, he's 3 for 7 with a run batted in. Will Smith, he's 8 for 28 with 2 runs batted in. So going into the Jays obviously have a lot of home runs and they obviously have a lot of RBIs as well. So Guerrero Jr. obviously leads the team. He's 11 for 43, 6 home runs, 12 RBIs, so that's really good. George Springer is 11 for 46, which is also really good, 4 home runs, 9 RBIs, which one of those 4 home runs, which was the biggest in Jays history, Game 7, ALCS. Alejandro Kirk is 7 for 45 with 3 home runs and 7 RBIs. Addison Barger is 10 for 35, 2 home runs, 4 RBIs. Andres Jimenez is 10 for 38, 2 home runs, 8 RBIs. Dalton Varsho, he's 12 for 44, 2 home runs, 8 RBIs. Ernie Clement is 10 for 42, 1 home run, 7 RBIs. Isaiah Kiner-Falefa went 3 for 21 with 1 RBI. And Nathan Lucas went 13 for 39, 7 RBIs. Really good for him. Anthony Santander went 3 for 15, 2 RBIs. Davis Schneider went 2 for 10, and Miles Straw went 3 for 9 with 1 RBI. So again, going into the regular season, obviously Bo Bichette, so obviously he hasn't played in the playoffs yet, but I'm just going to tell you guys Bo Bichette's numbers before the playoffs. Like for what he was in the regular season. Bo Bichette was 78 for 582. He had 18 home runs and 94 RBIs. So he had the most RBIs, and again, he literally played 1 month less than everybody else. Like he has the most RBIs, and he played 1 month less. So that just goes to show how great Bichette is. It's great having Vladdy than Bo, because then it's like if Vladdy gets on, and there's like 2 or 3 on for Bo, Bo's gonna cash them in. Somehow he'll cash them in. He'll find a way to cash one in at least. Off a fly ball, if there's one out, he'll get a clutch hit. So honestly, having him back, I'm so excited because I haven't seen him play in like literally over a month. So honestly, just to see him bat and see how he plays, it'll be fantastic to see. So I honestly cannot wait. So honestly, Bo Bichette coming back is a huge addition for the Jays. I know that Trey Savage is starting for the Jays today, along with Blake Snell for the LA Dodgers. Tomorrow, Kevin Gausman pitches for the Jays. And it's Yamamoto for Game 2 for the LA Dodgers. Tomorrow, Game 2. Anything beyond that, I don't know yet. I don't think it's been released yet, so we're going to find out when we get there. But it's going to be a great series. I do expect it to be closer than I think it'll be. And I do expect it to be closer than other people think as well, because they probably think blowout easily 4-0. But I mean, the Brewers got swept 4-0, scoring 4 runs. That's it, just 4 runs. So I never know what'll happen, but we'll see what happens. All I'm kind of asking is that the Jays win Game 6 or 7 to win the series at home, because that'd be electric. Literally electric if they win the World Series at home. Crazy. Obviously, just win the World Series. If it's in LA, it's in LA. It doesn't matter, but just win the World Series. That's fantastic, but it'd be fantastic at home. Anyways, that's all I got for you guys today. Please let me know your thoughts and comments down below. Again, the first pitch is literally in 50 minutes, but which means this video will be up closer to 8 o'clock when the series starts. But go Jays go. They can obviously do it. They proved me wrong in the past 2 series. Let's see what they can do. Yeah, go Jays, and hopefully I'll be doing a video in about a week time saying that the Jays won the World Series. I'll see you guys later. Deuces. Peace.